A society is made up of individuals. So is surfing. Many surfers search for that perfect wave, and to each one, it means something different.
And the waves are kind of they're the central pursuit, but in the long run, they're just this kind of small cherry on top of this much bigger cake.
They come from Ojai, California, a cross between the James Gang and the Marx Brothers. They're the Malloys. Chris is the eldest and the trailblazer. In the middle is Keith, the quiet one. Finally, the youngest and biggest, Danny. They're unique individuals who share deep respect for their Irish ancestry.
We did come from a certain place, and only 100 years ago, you know, my grandmother was on a boat.
If she didn't sail, we'd probably be, you know, in a field right now, you know, herding sheep or something like that. So I think every single time, you know, we're suiting up and we're freezing and we're looking around, you kind of get a taste of what our ancestors went through on a daily basis.
They're good boys, you know. Malloys they're good people. There's honestly not a bad bone in their body.
We go, yeah, we're Irish. And they just like start laughing, you know, like it doesn't matter if you're 100%, you know, Irish. If you're from America, you're American.
I mean, you're coming here, you know, to drink a Guinness, to you know, put on warm clothes and beanies and you know, full suits and booties and sit it out. And you know, I mean, personally, it's awesome to be in this gnarly weather, and a rainstorm to me is fun, you know.
I had a lady come up, and I'm pretty sure that she'd never seen surfing before in her life, maybe in pictures, and she was amazed, and it was cool that she appreciated it because she came up and she was with her family and was so excited about it and was telling us, you know, she'd never seen something like that and that we made it look easy. And
because to them it's just this cold, dark thing, you know, and they're like, oh, so you're going in today, are you? And they kind of just want to see it. They don't really believe you're going to do it, you know, and they see you in this weird rubber suit, you know.
They can't believe that you're going out to do it for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the first one in my family to surf, yeah. Which kind of pisses off my dad because he used to be always swimming, you know. So he's kind of a bit pissed off that surfing wasn't in Ireland like 40 years ago.
You know, when you say, oh, I was in Ireland surfing, they smirk and they go, oh, really, you got to catch a couple waves over there? And they don't realize that the waves are perfect. I mean, it doesn't happen that often, and you really got to wait for it, but when it happens, it happens.
I can only speculate about living in the dark. I would rather generate a little light from a spark. I would like to shine. I'm feeling so
These fast, hollow waves break over a shallow rock bottom. This spot's called Pampa, fittingly named after a local insurance company. The nastiest wave they found was a place called Mullaghmore, but it turned out to be perfect to introduce towing surfing to Donegal County. These people had never seen anything quite like this. Ireland gets surf as good as Indonesia, Tahiti, or Australia, just not as often, which works out well because it takes at least 3 days to regain feeling in your feet.
Keith got out of the water. We've been surfing for like 2.5 hours, and he goes, I'm not very cold. He couldn't even move his lips, you know, his lips were completely numb.
Doesn't matter who you are, like you come to Ireland and, you know, if you just open up to the people and talk to them, they're stoked. They just want to make conversation. It's the crack. The crack is the good time. Having the good time is the crack.
Coming on back to you.
One of the few rare things in the world, surfing, is it can bring people together, no matter what race, creed or colour. We're all under the one sky, united we stand. We share the weather, and that's our band together. We are the Surfing Tribe.
We're very close to the border with Northern Ireland, which is technically a different country. So in Northern Ireland there's quite a divide between two communities. You've got Protestants and Catholics. So what my brother does, he brings Protestant children from a school in Northern Ireland down to Bundoran, and the school here is obviously predominantly Catholic children, so they use a medium like surfing to bring them together and let them bond.
Even though it's 15 miles north, most of them have never even been to this part of Ireland. And together, once they all got in the water, there was absolutely no separation between them. They were just all laughing and screaming and playing and cheering for each other. And it was like, I don't know if it hit us harder or them, what was actually going on, but it was beautiful.
He caught a wave and he turned around, he goes, "That's the best thing I've done, all year." And he was just pumped up, so excited, and his hair was wet and there's snot coming out of his nose, and he's beside a little Catholic kid from town here, so it was very, very good. It was a good buzz to see him.
One of the kids got on the beach and he looked at me, and he was really quiet, but he got a really good ride, and he's looked at me and he said, "So how much do these surfing boards cost anyway?" And I could tell, I knew he was hooked. He was hooked. I guarantee next year when we come back, he'll have his own board.
Well, I didn't really know what it was going to be like today, but whenever I came along and I seen the big waves, I just wanted to get out there and surf. And whenever I got out there, I got up once with it, and it was wicked.
Saying I never surfed before. I'd like to try it again, so I would.
It looks hard on the TV, but it's easy enough.
You can take yourself and just go out there and do your best.
Recommend it to anybody who wants to come surfing.
Then later on, when we got up on the beach and we were talking to some of the local guys, they were like, that was actually really heavy. A lot of these kids have never been down in this part of Ireland. They're Protestants and they were surfing with the Catholic kids, and the local guys that were watching it all. It was a pretty big deal, and it was fun to be a part of. And for us, it was easy, and we had a blast.